Happy Makeup Monday, everybody. Today we are going to do a full face of makeup for a wedding. Our friends Matthew and Haley are getting married today, and so I thought it would be a good chance to go ahead and throw on a full face of makeup on camera. We're going to do it a little differently. So I'm going to be doing a voiceover, fancy, while I put my face on. So I've already washed and prepped my skin with my new two favorite primers, and now we're just ready to get ready. I mean, it's still, I've got a lot of time till the wedding. I'm actually way early. I got a good night's sleep with my old CPAP last night. So does that sound old? I'm old. This is my birthday month, by the way. Be 34. Oh, look at my yellow hands. I didn't wash them in time. I put on my body makeup and didn't wash them in time again. So my arm looks good. Do I look like J-Lo? No mean comments. So anyway, we're gonna jump right in.
Alright guys, so here I've got my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. If you don't know, you can pick this up for $5. You cannot beat that. This is the shade Medium Peach. Just made like a little triangle. Now, this dries down really fast, so that's why I'm going ahead and doing one eye at a time. I'm just blending it out with a Real Techniques foundation brush, just a flat brush. But you can totally do this with a sponge or with your fingers. I just find it a little cleaner to do it with the brush than my hands. And I don't know, I just prefer it over a sponge for this. So again, I'm just covering up all that darkness. Now I know this looks so white, but you're going to cover it with foundation for the most part. Now, I don't like to go straight up to the lower lash line with the foundation because I want it to remain bright. Just kind of highlights the face. I really like it. I'm covering up my mustache. Not the actual mustache, you know. Girl, you got to get rid of that. You got to shave it, wax it, do what you do. Pluck it, whatever. But I'm covering up the darkness. I guess maybe it's melasma. I don't know. Here is my Time Wise new 3D foundation. I love it. They just came out with a luminous one. This is the matte one. I am just such a fan. It's a BH Cosmetics, I think #2 brush. Really, I've not been using my sponges lately, like my knockoff beauty blenders. At least for this part. I will use it here in a little bit for something really small, but love this brush. Covers a lot of ground. I love this foundation. I honestly I cannot believe Mary Kay came out with something this good. Not that their products are not good. Oh, I'm showing you a stamping motion right there. So I'm just kind of stamping this on. I'm not really rubbing because that will cause lines. Anyway, back to Mary Kay. It's just their foundations have not performed like in my lifetime, at least. I don't feel like they've performed like this. You can see I got a little more off my plate. I'm going down the neck, going over the ears, just so they're not a different color than the rest of my face. But this foundation, is magic. I'm telling you. Love it. Very long wearing. It's not a drying matte. It's just so good. No, Mary Kay CC cream is great, but as far as foundations, just ain't been that great. Mwah, I say. Catrice Prime Time Translucent Press Powder. Big fan. Got my sponge. I'm going to rub it in there. This is where I'm going to use the sponge now. I'm going to just go under the eye to set that concealer and everything. This concealer is pretty matte, so it doesn't need a whole lot. I'm now going to go over the sides of my nose. When people bake with loose powder, this is some of the spots they hit. I do not like to bake. It looks terrible on me, but just going over it a little thick in those areas is good. I'm going to take a brush in that same translucent powder Just sweep it over the whole face, kind of knock off that excess that's on the nose. But when you press it in like that with the sponge, it just really sets and sinks into the skin. It's just really nice. If you are worried that you have got too much powder on, use a setting spray. You're gonna look great. But this, what I love about this pressed powder is it truly does not look heavy. Oh, Hampton's Weekender palette. Got my little Mary Kay version of an Artiste brush. Gonna go into that contour shade. Start carving out those cheekbones. Now don't worry, it's looking wonky now. It's not going to. Carve that sucker out. This slims your face. Carve yourself out a neck, girl. You ain't got a neck? Draw one on, sister. Make those cheekbones and those lines of the face, that jawline pop, sister. Going over the forehead just to darken up that area, like cast a shadow. We are going to blendy, blendy, blendy. This little brush, it is really great. Pure Cosmetics just came out with a Barbie inspired line. I am freaking out over it. And they've got a little Artiste brush, and it's got like the Barbie symbol. Ooh, I got my little tiny brush. I'm going into that contour shade. Sister, I'm going to try to contour this nose here. This is always such a weird step because I've just never saw it done growing up. Like, so much I never saw done. Now, contouring, like the cheeks and stuff, it wasn't called that in my area of the country. It was just like you'd take a darker blush, hit those cheekbones, and then take a broader blush and hit the apples of the cheeks. So really I was contouring and not knowing it. But as far as the nose, totally new to me. Yes, sister's proud of it. Look at them brows. I'm about to get to those. Taking that same powder brush and just kind of softening up those lines. You do not want to go out the house with harsh lines. I know I probably have before. Ooh, Pacifica bronzer. This came in my Ipsy bag with just a little Wet n Wild $1 brush. You can get this at the Dollar Tree. This is a great blush. Or brush. You could use it for blush, but I'm using it for bronzer. So just hit that nose again. Hit under the neck. Your neck needs to look about a half a shade or a shade darker than the face. So I'm just going on down. My dress is not low cut, but it's not high either. So I am just going on down on the chest a little. The décolleté. Do we want to get fancy? Just hitting that nose, chin, the perimeter. I got my $1 million brow wand that I got in my Ipsy bag. Brushing them suckers up. Okay, where'd you go, Christina? There she is. Iconic London. You can tell that's very well loved. Casey gave me that out of her BoxyCharm. Just gonna dip in. There's 2 shades. I just kind of mix them and start carving out those brows. I mean, what a difference already. That's so bonkers. I do not use this every day. I don't even use this every week. But for special occasions, like today, I will break it out. Don't worry that it looks so harsh right now. It is going to soften. So I'm going to go over it in a minute with a brow gel that is a shade lighter than my natural brows. Just kind of, since I've got blonde hair right now, because I change it often. But I've been in a blonde phase for a while now. I just like to soften them up so they're not so dark. Yeah, look at the difference. Before, after. So going in with this side, same thing. Always do the second one a little faster because I'm like in my flow at that point. Like I got it going on with it. Now I'm not an expert at anything, but especially not brows. But I just I watch the girls, if you go to Ulta and get your eyebrows waxed, which we do about twice a year, just because it's so pricey. I mean, it's not any more than anywhere else, I don't guess. But I just don't like to pay every time I need my eyebrows done, because that would be going like every other day, literally. So I just watch them because they really sculpt out your brows before they wax them. It's pretty awesome. Oh, Mary Kay brow tint. It's the shade brunette, but it is lighter than my natural brows. My natural brows are sparse, but they are black. So just going over that. See how that softened it up already. Don't worry, it's going to look softer. And then when I get the whole look on, it really is balanced. Brush, brush, brush. Now, when you're up close and personal like that, you're going to see all the little flaws. So I like to clean it up with this brush. Just got leftover concealer on it from earlier. Just kind of cleaning up those edges because I get all wonky with the brow gel. You might hear Max coming through with his toy. He wants Mom to throw it for him. Oh, broke out my old Tweezerman tweezers. So again, when you start carving out those eyebrows and you're getting real precise, well, as precise as I get, you can really see all the little extra hairs you missed. So I'm going in and getting the ones that are the worst. Now, do I think these Tweezerman tweezers are worth the investment? I don't know. They're good, but are they that good? I'm not sure. Butter bronzer. Going in with that same Wet n Wild brush. $1 brush. Can't beat it. Kind of going over where I did that Pacifica one. Because the Pacifica one kind of lays the groundwork, and then I go in with the butter bronzer to kind of pack the punch. Because you can see it is so much darker. It is in the shade Endless Summer, and I just love it. To me, I mean, this is the color I tan when I am like on vacation or something. So to me, it just looks right. Again, it's gonna look crazy right now, but wait till everything's on. There's so many stages of makeup that are not your finest hour. I'm flattening the brush down, going over that contour. Just get creative, like an artist with their tools. Yes, I'm showing you I'm looking, yes, you are looking crazy, girl. Ooh, Pretty Vulgar blush. Don't know what the shade is, but it is like hot pink. You just tap in that blush lightly and it will cover both cheeks and then some. So, swirling away. Do not smile like that and put your blush on. I saw this the other day and I did not realize that I already did this anyway. But it made sense. Tati was talking about, like, I think it was Tati. When you smile and put your blush on, okay, it looks great when you're smiling, but are you walking around smiling all day long? No. So when you rest your face, put blush on that suits that, because that's how your face is going to look most of the day. Okay, I've got out my Becca primer in the shade Opal. Just going over those high points of the face. It's hard for me to keep up with myself. I start chip-chapping and getting all carried away with it. That's what the girls used to say. Instead of chit-chat, they would say chip-chap. Get the nose, get the Cupid's bow. If you watch Casey Holmes' videos, she goes hardcore on the Cupid's bow with her highlight, which really looks pretty on her, but on me it would just look like I was sweating profusely. Ooh, Flower Beauty setting spray. This is the, not the dewy one, this is the matte one. Now with all these matte products, like the matte foundation, the matte setting spray. You would think my face looks dry. It does not. And I don't have oily skin. I have combo skin. So it's sort of drier in some spots, sort of oilier in some spots. Fanning off that setting spray. But all these products, they do not make my face look dry. I'm still looking crazy. It's gonna come together. Okay, taking my little sponge from earlier and just kind of pressing around where it feels a little too wet. This setting spray does not make dots on your face like some, but it does feel a little too wet in some spots. So I'll just kind of press it into the skin with that. Ooh, Athena palette. Yes, this is literally my favorite makeup purchase I've made in a long time. It's $10 for all those shades. Look at that. It's a dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I've never used the Huda Beauty one because it's like $60. But this palette, I mean, I wore it today, obviously. After this video, we went to the wedding and then we went to run some errands. I rarely wear these colors that I don't have somebody say, "Oh, I love your eyeshadow." I mean, it's just a beautiful palette for $10. That's crazy. So I'm just building it up with this transition shade. I've got a lighter shade under that I already did. I know I was chapping again. Just kind of peachy, orangey. I just love it. Now I'm going to go in with this brown shade, sort of like a camel color. Building that mostly on this outer part of the eye. These are very dusty shadows, so that's why I'm tapping my brush off. So moving to the other side. Nikki Tutorials does one eye at a time, which to me would be so difficult because I would forget what I did, and like I rarely have a plan when it comes to my makeup, and especially when it comes to my eyeshadow. So now I'm going in with this red shade, really just focusing on the outer part. But I never know what I'm going to do. I just start dipping into colors and I figure the idea will come to me, and it does. It's just fun. It's what I do for fun, people. I enjoy it. And so I do my makeup every single day. It doesn't matter if the only people that are going to see me are babies. I do my makeup every single day. It makes me feel better. I enjoy it. It's fun. And it just makes me feel better. If you're walking by and you catch yourself in the mirror and you look like garbage, you're going to feel like garbage. But if you look like, okay, you've done something with yourself, kind of makes you feel like you're going to make it through the day, I'm going back in with that peach shade and that camel brownie shade, mixing them together and just kind of building up that inner part, just so we don't lose those colors that were there, and just kind of blendy-poo it all together. Again, doing that on that side. If I did one eye at a time, I would totally forget, because I'd be like in creative mode and do something totally different on that eye and have to mix match eyes. I'm going into this really pretty glittery pink, and just patting that on the lid. You do not need a glitter glue. You do not need a sticky base. It is beautiful. Literally so lovely. I love this eyeshadow look. Like, these color combinations are my favorite. Going into this red with this little flat brush. Sort of flat brush. Going under that lower lash line. I would say 99% of the time I do not wear a pencil eyeliner. I will go in with shadow 99.9% of the time. It just is softer. Or if I do go in with a eyeliner pencil, I will soften it up with this brush. Going in with the brown and hitting that lower lash line just on the outer part. When you layer colors under there, it just gives it so much dimension. Sometimes I'll even add like that orangey shade to it. Just looks interesting. Gives you something interesting. Okay, this is a little tiny brush. It looked big just then, but it's tiny. For the inner corners, going into that same pink shimmer, hitting those inner corners and the inner part of the lower lash line just to highlight. This step makes more of a difference than you would think. It just, on my face at least, and all the ladies I watch on YouTube, it just makes a big difference. It brightens the whole face. I'm going in with these two goldish shades. One's like a true gold and one is like a gold with a pink shift. Molly is literally crawling on the top of the couch like a cat right now, if you hear her. I'm going in with my Beauty and the Beast palette by Lorac. Taking this brush and going into this shade, I think it's called Chip In. Just really pretty to highlight under the brow bone. It's like a white shimmer. Sort of, yeah, I wouldn't call it silver. It's like a white shimmer. It is so pretty. These Lorac shadows are really good too. I got this at the Nordstrom rack in DC for, I think, $13. Max is licking my hands, but I have lotion on them and I don't think that's real tasty for him. Back to the video. So I'm just taking this blender brush and just kind of meshing everything together. Ooh, eyeliner gel pen. Gel eyeliner pen. However you want to say it, whatever. Totally meant to say it backwards. This pen is so great. I love gel eyeliner pens. This one is from Mary Kay, because I do get it half price, so this one's $8. There's probably some cheaper, but I just haven't tried it. I really like this one. You don't have to tug and pull on your eye. Literally, it's like a marker. You just kind of touch it and it makes smaller lines than I could make with a traditional eyeliner crayon or pencil. And it can get even smaller than this for sure. It's just, I do not want to painstakingly take all day to make it super, super tiny. So I'm attempting a wing like a moron. Why do I do this on special occasions? I'm like, oh, I think I'll try a wing liner today. But this one actually looked good. The wings I do are rarely even. I am by far not an expert on this. I have watched many a video on wing liner, but it's difficult for me. So right now I'm just kind of making the line even. Like, I never know whether to take the wing way high up, straight out, like finding that happy medium is difficult. And it is really, you know, dependent on your eye shape, how your eyes are set. Yeah, well, I don't know. So I've got my eyelash curler. This one, pretty sure came from TJ Maxx. I love the way that, like, the clamp is set up. Now, I watched a video. Ooh, love that mascara. It's by Essence. $4.99, guys, at Ulta. That was not on sale. That's a regular price. Anyway, I watched a video by Laura Lee, and she said that the eyelash curler she got at the Dollar Tree was like her new fave, so might want to check that out for $1. This Essence mascara, though, Shocker. Tati Westbrook talks about this mascara all the time, and I thought, well, shoot far, I've got a coupon. I had $10 off, $10, like a coupon for my birthday from Ulta. So I went in and I got a mascara and I got a travel size Kenra hairspray. I almost said shampoo. We are going to be traveling soon, so I knew I would want a little baby hairspray to take with me. It takes me forever to do mascara just because I layer. I know when I started wearing mascara, it was like the trend was do one layer. That's good. Okay, I fast forwarded you guys through this part, so I didn't all of a sudden have a caffeine surge. It's just I fast forwarded it. But when I started wearing mascara, the trend was one little coat. That's pretty. That's done. With your Maybelline, you know, the pink and green tube. But now it's like layer, sister, layered up. And this does not look goopy, spidery. I didn't even wear false lashes. Like, normally yes, I think I'm praising the Lord for that. I'm not sure what I was doing. Yes, that is so good. What is this? Oh, lip liner, the color rose. Get that cap off of there, sister. This is Mary Kay lip liner, the color rose. It is so flattering. It's like a pinky nude. I'm using this little Pacifica compact because it has a mirror on the back. Just super handy. Oh, what was I saying? I love chatting with you guys. Okay, got my lipstick bag out. I'm like, what are you going to wear? Well, I finally chose this Lorac Beauty and the Beast collection lipstick. There are 4 in this collection. I think 5 actually. Yeah, there's 5 in this collection. I got this also at the Nordstrom Rack. I don't remember how much, but they were very cheap back in December in DC. Going over with another color out of that collection just to make the center of the lips look a little juicier. Is that beautiful? Oh gosh, I love that color and it wears so well.
And that's the completed look. So I'm going to fix my hair in a little bit, but right now I'm gonna go maybe film another video on my new products I've gotten in from Ipsy, or I might just sit on the couch a minute. It's Saturday and I'm beat. So I hope you enjoyed this type of little voiceover situation. I know I'm at 22 minutes on this part, so thanks for hanging so long. I don't know what it'll be once I edit it, because I do some dumb things, and I know when I watch it back, I'm going to be like, what was that all about? But anyway, I really love the eyes. I really love the lip color. I've not broke out these Lorac ones in a while. I might have said that in the voiceover. If you heard it twice, act like you didn't. But thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!